Hey guys, this is my first real video of the channel, and I decided that to commemorate this first video, I would wear all the hats I have in my room. Yeah, today's video is just about me wearing hats. All sorts of different hats that I have scattered throughout my room. And I thought it would be a cool idea if I could show off my exotic hat collection to you guys. We'll be going up and down the list, so to start off today's video, we'll be doing the fedora. We're going to start off with everyone's favorite hat, the fedora. Look at me. I don't look too bad. I mean, I know some people may ridicule me for how I look, but it looks pretty good. It was definitely worth it. This and another hat that I will be wearing later today was a Christmas gift that was given to me by my parents last year. I was so bored, I just came up with an idea of, hey, can I have a fedora and another hat that I will be wearing later in the video? And they said, sure. And that's how I got my fedora hat. It looks pretty nice. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty good now that I actually get to see myself in the reflection of my camera. Looks pretty good. The next hat we'll be wearing is the straw hat. This was given to me by my dad. My dad gave it to me when we would go outside, and there would be there were probably going to be hotter and hotter days thanks to climate change, but this hat was the first one he ever really gave to me and told me to keep. Like a majority of the hats that I'm showing you throughout this video, I never really got to keep them until I was like older, or at least it wouldn't be seen as an acceptable gift until I was older. So this was like the first hat I was really trusted to keep. It's been almost 10 years since I first was trusted with the hat. I was basically told to wear this when it was hot outside and when me and my parents would go outside and do outdoor chores. And it's a trusty hat. It keeps the air flowing into your head and onto your hair. I say it's a good hat. It's a very useful hat. It's probably the most useful of all the hats, really, because I get to use it quite a lot. Next on our list is the pilot's cap. Some people call this just, a pilot's hat, but I'm preferring to call it a cap. Anyways, the pilot's cap means a lot to me because right now I fly. I am trying to become a private pilot, and all the instructors I've had the pleasure of being with have been nothing but nice to me. They've been some of the most positive and upbeat people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Not too long ago, there was a controversy in the flying community revolving around a YouTuber who allegedly faked a plane crash, and many pilots responded to the video, claiming that he was this YouTuber was faking what could have been a natural disaster. He could have started a fire with the crash of the plane. But they did it in the most nonchalant video ever, because nowadays with YouTube drama, many people say that many people sometimes over exaggerate claims, or they over exaggerate their expose video to get more views and clicks. The pilot community, as far as I've been able to tell, has been arguably the chillest community in the history of the internet. And Moist Critical can easily back me up on that claim. Because he has literally the same opinion I do. And I can back him up on the claim that it appears that people in aviation overall are just some of the nicest people you will meet, because, I mean, all the instructors I've had have been nothing but nice to me. They really have. They really have been. And I'm almost jealous at how calm and composed they are when they practice emergency situations. I almost lost my shit one time because my plane, we did emergency engine failure, and my plane at one point just went straight down, and I almost lost my shit, but the instructor kind of caught the plane before I ever could, and everything was fine. So this hat means more to me than any other hat I have in my collection. I'm hoping someday to become a full-time private pilot so I can fly anywhere really around the world. Most instructors I've had over the past few years um, have been able to just fly wherever they want, usually in like little Cessnas, and they usually fly all across the country with their little Cessnas. And it's a really nice idea of just being able to use your power as a pilot to just fly anywhere. You don't even need to really pay for an airline ticket anymore. You can just go to where you want to go just by being a pilot yourself. So, yeah, this cap means a lot more to me than any other hat I have in my collection. So, this is the pilot's cap, and I'm very, very honored to have it. Next up on our list is the sailor's hat. I'm gonna be honest, this thing is very unappealing to me. In my opinion, I don't like the sailor's hat. It's very flat. But the story for this hat, at least for me, is that me and my family, I think it was like a few years ago, like in 2017 or 18, we visited some family that lives in a condo, that lives in a condo complex, like literally just a couple floors worth of condos, and they live in one of them, and right outside, like behind the complex, is this river, and there's a dock that nearby the building, um, and they own a boat, and so they literally every summer use that boat and just ride around the lake surrounding the complex building. We went there a few years ago, and it was a really cool experience. But before I left, I got this sailor's hat from my family members, and I haven't really gone back. Neither me nor my family have gone back to the complex ever since I got this hat. But rest assured, when I do, I will definitely use it. We went to Florida last year, and I should have really brought this hat because we were staying in a nearby hotel, a nearby beach hotel, and this probably would have been the perfect hat to wear, just to at the bare minimum use when I was sun tanning, but I forgot about it. So I don't really use this hat at all. I've only used it once, and that was, of course, the trip when I went to see a relative of mine who lives in that condo complex. But otherwise, I've never had to use this. I've never really thought about using it outside of a water setting. And I don't like the fact that every time I pick it up, it's essentially like this. What is this? uh, if I wanted a visor, I would just go to one of those golf stores and buy one. But I guess the sailor's hat is a plan B. So I don't really like the hat, but I mean, I can't necessarily complain about my one of my family members giving this to me. So I respect the story behind it, but I definitely don't admire it, unlike, most of my other hats. So that was the sailor hat. Next up on our list is the top hat. I've always wanted to do this. I don't have anything. Come on, get real here. I'm broke. There's nothing in the hat. I can't afford to put anything in the hat. But, no, this is the second hat I got for Christmas in 2020. I should have clarified the year. It wasn't actually like last year, 2021. It was the year before that. It was 2020. For whatever reason, I was just obsessed with this hat. Maybe it's just because I really like the aesthetic. But now that I look at it in the mirror, it's not the best looking hat in the world, but something about this hat really just got me a little excited. And there's no real backstory to it other than this hat, along with the fedora hat, were the two hats I got for Christmas in 2020. Um, this is my this is one of my favorite hats. I would have to say it's my third favorite hat. My second favorite hat is the pilot's hat, and my favorite hat is coming up next. It's it's just, yeah, again, I can't explain it. I just really like the top hat. Again, maybe it really is just the aesthetic of it, but I really like the top hat and I love wearing it. I don't care how ridiculous I look, I just really love wearing the top hat. So this is my top hat, and I wear it quite often. And now we've come to arguably my favorite hat. My favorite hat is the hard hat. This I got as a Christmas present. I got this as a Christmas present just a few weeks ago. This is still relatively new. Just give me a second. Gotta put this on. Gotta put this on. Gotta put it on tightly. Hell yeah. I look good. I look really good in this. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. There's no real purpose other than just to add it on to my hat collection. I don't know what real purpose it serves, but I feel like I should wear this hat more often, and I should probably wear it throughout the year and throughout this channel's existence, because I don't know, it's the easiest hat for me to really just get accustomed to. It really is. Not to mention it's sturdy and I have protection on my head. I could probably survive a 100-foot drop just from the protection of this hat. Ow. Okay. I'm having fun. This is a good hat. It's usually used for construction workers, so I went with the stereotypical yellow hard hat. But there's no hat that could top this one, because it's been just one of those things that has grown on me to become my favorite thing ever. It really has. And I genuinely like I just like everything about this hat. I can't even explain it. It's that good. You don't even need an explanation. It's just that good. You may have noticed throughout the duration of this video a category that's been behind me. Hats I want. I want a cowboy hat and I want a conductor's hat. Why? Well, the truth is, I don't know. I can't give you a legitimate explanation. Just the other day, I was looking on Amazon. I was looking through the hats section once again on Amazon, and I found a conductor's hat and a cowboy hat, and all I thought was, I need to get those two. I need to get those two. Why? I don't know. Can I give an explanation? No. And can I try? Also no, because, it's just not worth the hassle of trying to understand why your brain looks at some things and go, you need to get that. And you try to ask it, why? And they go, I don't know. I don't have an explanation as to why I want a cowboy and a conductor's hat, but I want them. I'm basically collecting hats the same way that Thanos collected the Infinity Stones. I'm just eventually going to snap my fingers one day when I have all of the hats, and half the planet's population it'll be gone. And when I realize that half the population's dead, I will probably have to be turned over to federal authorities, and I'll spend the rest of my life in jail. Alone. But until that happens, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Have a good day, and I'll see you all next time.